Round two, we definitely got to keep again. I'm digging it. Pilgrim, finding our Spectre Ward, and then eventually a Triplicate Spirits maybe. Up against another black deck, interestingly enough. Two drop, Swiftclaw, that's a good one. That's going to be an issue. That Swiftclaw, I tell you, quite the efficient creature. Alright, no follow-up play, that helps. I think it's time to find the old Spectre Ward. Otherwise it's in Crust. But Crust doesn't seem as good since Spectre Ward's a game flipper. I do wish to use the ability, and I want to find my rare. Do I make the trade? Let's see if he even gives me the luxury. Could have a ephemeral, whatever. I mean, I gotta go for the trade here. Alright. I'm comfortable with that. No follow-up play too, which is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be a turn later on the Triplicate Spirits, but it just seemed worth it. I mean, yes, I have the Spectre Ward, but I feel like I would have fallen too far behind if I'm just willing to take threes. I mean, I've got my Into the Void for eventual use. A little Shadow Cloak Vamp, huh? Well, thankfully my Nimbus of the Isles can block that all day. So I think we're busting out the old Nimbus. I can trade with the Shadow Cloak Vamp, and then next turn I've got my Triplicate Spirits, and then at that point I think I'm pretty safely in Spectre Ward territory. Or even the Kite Fens. Alright, I can live with that. I think at this point, maybe we bust out the Kite Fins. Could also do the Pegasus, but let's do the Kite Fins. Like, I could have done the Spirits there, but I'd almost rather do it next turn. See, it gives me a little bit of options here. I can, if he taps out, I know he can't respond to my Spectre Ward, so I'm going to be able to resolve it on the Kite Fins. If he doesn't tap out, I can just jam my Triplicate Spirits. Let's take 4 here. Because if he taps out, I want to resolve my Spectre Ward. If he doesn't tap out, I want to jam my Triplicate Spirits. So I've got both things covered. Interesting. Oh, well, that's easy enough. So, yeah, here's what we do. Got 7. I think we just jam Spectre Ward. And then we'll jam our Pegasus, and then we'll pass. Not quite ready to attack with our Kite Fins yet, since he's actually got a pretty decent counterattack, but soon enough we shall be ready. I can bounce a couple tokens too, which actually seems pretty relevant. That makes sense. What do we got? It's off shade. I can handle that. All right. What is the plan? Ooh, appeal from reality too, huh? All right. So we've got 8 mana at our disposal, which means we can triplicate spirits plus peel from reality. All right. Well, let's get the... Guess we just swing Kite Fens at this point. Doesn't matter if we tap down or not. They're going to untap and they can't block my Kite Fens regardless. Alright, so now we bust out the old triplicate spirits. And we'll leave up... Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll leave up Peel from Reality. Yep, he's going all in, which does make sense. Okay, so I think what we do is block token, chump block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I just block a couple spirits. Seems like a fair trade. Then we'll see how much he pumps his off shade, and I'll peel from reality my duder. Alright, I'm cool with that. So we'll bounce the big dude. Bounce these 2 dudes. Might want to do the Geist of the Moors and the Zoff Shade. Oh, that's weird. He did it during his draw step, I guess. Huh. Tormentor. So he's got even more action, huh? Huh? Huh. That helps. Alright. Guess we're getting in for 5 here. Pay 3 life or give him a card. I think we're actually on card territory, unfortunately. I don't want to risk getting into Covenant of Blood range. I guess, anyway, you slice it, Covenant of Blood's not very good. So we'll block, play our Quickling. Alright. Yeesh. Alright, I really wanted something there really bad. I was really hoping to get something there, but did not. So now I'm kind of, well, it's kind of got me between a rock and a hard place, unfortunately. So he can pump this 3 times if he plays 1 more mana, which means it gets enormously big. I have to think about this now, unfortunately. So block, block, I take 5 at the very least. Can't really sit back on Kite Fins because he's just non-stop drawing cards. That's not going to work. I think I have to risk it and just hope he doesn't have a removal spell. I even have to let him draw another card, which is a big issue. A lot of big issues. I can't really... I could have gotten him to 1 there, I guess, but then he would have killed me on backswing. Kind of have to let him draw. I can't really afford life. I just have to do as much damage prevention as possible here. Alright, so damage prevention mode, we go this guy on the big pumper and this guy on the other big dude. Wow. Very surprised we won that one. Very surprised. I feel like there were like 1,000 things that would have killed me there. What do we got? So he's got some good stuff. He's got flyers that are big. He's got Covenant, but I guess removal's less of a big deal against us. I could do ephemeral shields for some protection. Divine favor for life gain. He's got his own triplicate spirits, which is not to be overlooked. Yeah, I don't know. I think everything's pretty much the way we want it. I could bring in a counter spell for his Fatty McFatterson dude, but I think we'll just keep it the same. Try it again. Game 2 here. Yeah, it's a keep. I like it. Got a 2-drop. Got some eventual fatty flyers. Into the void. That's a pretty good draw. I enjoy bouncing things. No Swiftclaw this time. That's good news. Alright, well, we're in Nimbus of the Isles territory at this point. That's worrisome. He's sideboarded a long time. I think he's got some solemn offerings in there, if you know what I'm saying. Not quite ready to use my Void Snare yet. I'd rather bust out into the void this turn. Do some serious setting back? One or the other. You get it. I do have to say, this guy's pretty bonkers for Convoke, though. He gets a nice little attack in. Alright, it's a good turn for us. We're going to get to do a little into the void, do some setback action here. Set ourselves up for a nice tempo play with our Nimbus next turn. Alright. Still at his land drop, though. He's not missing his land drops. Chasm Skulker. That guy's better early. I will say that. Tempted to bust out the Chasm Skulker, to be perfectly honest. I think I am. I'm actually going to bust out Chasm Skulker, and then I'm going to Void Snare his Offshade. I'm just going to tempo him down here. I could have done the Nimbus of the Isles to get more damage, but Chasm Skulker is going to be best as early as possible, so I think it is the correct move to get him out now. Wait, he's got to play? No way. What do we got? Ulcerate? Oh, alright. You got me, you got me. I guess technically he would have done it on the Nimbus of the Isles anyway, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Mind Rot? Jeez, that's pretty good. Wasn't expecting that. Always surprised by the Mind Rot. Can't even tell which one I have as foil. They both look the same. Maybe I didn't play the foil one? Oh my god. The nerve. Triplicate Spirit. Oh, Covenant of Blood. Alright, alright. Not thrilled about that, but can't do anything about it. Let's find... it doesn't quite do anything for us. Uh-oh. I would say he's beating us down a bit more efficiently than we are him. What could I use right now? Frostlinks would help actually quite a bit. Got a couple of those. Triplicate Spirits, of course. Not an island, though. Surprisingly, island doesn't help us that much. See if we can't find a follow-up play here. That'd be nice. A little triplicate spirit maybe. No, just an island. Oh, let's see here. So we can bash in for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I guess we're in block mode. Sad day. Yeah, I guess at this point I've pretty much committed to blocking with Pegasus. If I even draw the ward, does it do anything for me? I can gain 3. He's still cracking back for just too much. I guess if he pumps here, the maximum I can take is 2, 4, 8. I'm just going to take it then. Not a care in the world. Yeah. And ideally we get the thing off the top and then I'll die to that instead. I don't know. Yeah, Quickling really doesn't do much, fortunately. Alright, well, we got our faces stepped on pretty rapidly there. So I'm going to have to figure this out a little bit better for Game 3. I think drawing non-land cards is going to be pretty essential, first and foremost. I'm not sure after that. Yeah, let's just start with drawing spells. I think that's number 1. Number 2, try not to make mistakes. I think that's good enough. Ephemeral Shields does not protect against Ulcerate, therefore making it not that sexy of a sideboard card for us. Anything at all. Oppressive Raise, maybe. Stops his Offshade pretty good. Doesn't do dick against his 5/3 guy that just nets him cards every turn or makes me lose life, which makes it really unsexy. I don't know. Maybe I play it over the Void Snare. It's probably more sexy than that. Anything else? No, that's it. Hydra Surge? No, it's just one creature. Yeah, alright. I guess I don't have anything else. Let's try it again. What do we got? Here we go. That's a good hand. Welcome turn Frostlinks with the old Peel from Reality for extra protection. Possible even counterspell for his Covenant of Blood someday. Let's get that Skulker out now. We're going to take 3 for it, but I'm going to live with that. Skulker's all about getting online early. Guess I get ulcerated again, but no choice. Jeez, the old Mind Rot again, huh? Dilemma, lands or spells? I think lands. I guess I can play a little bit of beatdown. Drop the old Lynx. We'll leave that Swiftclaw out of the equation for another turn. Alright. That's manageable. Dude gets bigger. I still can't play much. I think that this is time to peel. So peel, get our dudes back, get in for 5, and pass. Triplicate spirits is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Land me. Thank you. And guess we just swing with the Skulker. Start the chumping. And I think at this point we just bust the old Path Mage out. Get a nice unblockable. Make our Chasm Skulker get in there for sexy amounts of damage. Guess he can Covenant or Pillar of Light, both of which would be very, very strong. The logical choice. Huh. Another Swift Claw. Interesting. Our dude gets bigger. Questions, questions, questions. So if I make him unblockable, I can leave these 2 back, but I don't block all that well. Might just be the right choice. Can also bust out a Razorfoot Griffin. I still can swing Skulker pretty effectively, to be honest. He has to double block it. If he's got the Covenant, I feel like he could potentially win the race because these guys are so beefy. I can just Frostlinks his Spirit and then get in with the Skulker and the Welkin turn. Or I can play the Griffin. I think I just swing Skulker and then I bust out Griffin. Could have made it unblockable. It's just I'm on the receiving end of potential lot of damage. I know he runs Covenant of Blood in his deck. So to me, this is kind of a way to stop the onslaught a wee bit. I mean, I've got inevitability with the Skulker. It's just a matter of making sure I stay alive. for example, next turn, if he just leaves back one flyer up, I can play Frostlinks, tap it down, and get in with, make this dude unblockable and get in with flyers plus him for lethal. I just like the Razorfoot Griffin here because it kills everything without trading. Forces a removal spell, but I mean, Chasm Skulker, like I said, is already out of most range, excluding Pillar of Light, though, which is a big deal. But all right, one card left. It's a little less worrisome. Two. All right. Let's make sure we do this correctly. Oh. For some reason I thought I had Frostlinks. Well, he's only got 2 mana up, so. I can force him to chump with the Shadow Cloak. Then he only takes 7. Let me think about this. Make unblockable. I can't play anything else. Attack with everything. Blocks 2 biggest. He only takes 8. 1 short of lethal. And then I risk dying on the backswing, so I think the Lynx is actually the best creature here. Although Pilgrim is pretty sexy when he can't pay for the... I think Lynx is the right choice, though, and then we'll just get rid of the Vamp. But like I said, I guess I can force the block with the Vamp. I think forcing Vamp block is probably the best. So if we get in here, here, and here, he has to pay 2 to block and kill any of those, which would mean lethal. So I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed. He has to block the Skulker. If I swing with the Path Mage 2, it's still not lethal. He could just block the... It's guaranteed force the fatty. This still forces the fatty block, though, I'm pretty sure. I guess he could take 8. Technically, couldn't he? Well, in that case, let's just play it ultra safe. We just attack the Skulker, and then if I can just survive a turn. Yeah, that actually makes the most sense. This still, like, forces this Vamp block still. Because I can still pretty much block everything. Because if I attack with everything, he blocks the fatty, he takes 7, and he's got lethal in the backswing. Or not lethal, but close enough where I die to like a Covenant of Blood. I think this like really gets me the most outs. Because this pretty much forces a block with the Vamp. If he doesn't block, he takes 6. Okay, so he's dead next turn. I just have to survive, pretty much. As long as I'm out of Covenant of Blood range, I'm okay. Can't ulcerate. Alright, got there. I don't even know if I did that correctly, to be honest. I wanted to play around the Covenant of Blood, clearly. But if I had attacked with everything, I mean, maybe I was supposed to tap down the Vamp. I don't actually know if I did that the best way or not. That's why I'm not a pro player, folks. But turned out to be a line that ended up working, so that's good enough for me. Alright, I'll see you in the finals.